I was just on here rejoicing about finding the paper bag princess in French at a library that you're allowed to take and keep books from. And this was written by Robert Munsch back in the day. I read it yesterday and I pretty much understood the whole thing I was reading. So it was copyrighted in 1980, but the translation was copyrighted in 2017. And I was so excited about this. And then I just saw an article in my Twitter feed pop up and tell us that Robert Munsch has dementia. This news makes me want to cry like love you forever. Like, what do you mean that the person who has written so many amazing books and amazing stories for children now has dementia? Now will likely forget every single book he's ever written. Life really isn't fair. There's a friend of mine, and I want to tell her story, but I didn't ask permission. Let me try and tell it without telling the details of the story. I have a friend who had a family member who passed, her great-grandmother. It's not her great-grandmother, but I'm going to say it's her great-grandmother. I'm going to change up the details of the story, but the essence of the story will be the same. Okay? So I have a friend, her great-grandmother passed away. And her great-grandmother was the caretaker of the family, took care of everybody, just like the typical big mama stereotype in the Black community where, you know, she's taking care of every single other person in the family except herself. She has the worst health, the worst finances, the worst upkeep of the home, but everybody else is taken care of because she's doing it all. And she had a dream that one day she wanted to see, pick another country. She wanted to see Italy. Italy was her dream. She wanted to see the Colosseum. She wanted to go along the rivers of Venice. She wanted to eat real, authentic gelato. Italy was her dream location. And she also wanted to see the Rocky Mountains. Again, making up details, but the essence of the story is the same. And the friend kept asking her great-grandma and said, hey, great-grandma, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? When are you going to go to Italy? When are you going to purchase that ticket? When are you going to drive or take a bus or take a plane over to see the Rocky Mountains? Like, when? When are you going to do this? And she was like, oh, you know, I've lived my life. That's kind of passed me by. How about you live that and you go and do it for me? And of course, as I mentioned, that relative passed on. And that relative never got to do that. That relative never got to live the dreams that they wanted to live all their lives. They passed away with the dreams inside of them. And stories like this one make me think to myself that, you know, I can't let the music die in me. I have to push and I have to get that goal started and lived out. I can't afford to let life pass me by. There was a song, actually, that I'm remembering right now that's coming up to me. I don't remember the name of it. I'm going to have to look up the lyrics. It went something like this. It was, I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Something to that effect. It's now the song's starting to come back to me. I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how I feel so much, but cannot say a word, though we are screaming inside. Oh, we can't be heard. And then it goes into the chorus. I don't remember the rest of the song. I'm gonna have to look that up, because that song to me just related a lot to that story. And it's like, I see, and I think COVID was a real reset for me. And I think it was a real reset for other people. Like, I find now, like, I'm out of my house all the time. I mean, I'm at home sometimes, yes, but like every evening, I'm gonna start making it every morning, every evening. I'm out of my house doing something. I'm out of my house, I'm going somewhere, I'm doing something. Why? Because I realized that there was once upon a time that there was a pandemic that made me get holed up in my house for several years, and my 20s were gone. Now I'm in my 30s. You know, granted, my family were very strict, so I probably would have gotten to enjoy that time even if the pandemic hadn't happened. But like, I refuse to let life pass me by. I want to be a person who writes the stories that are inside of me, a person who sings the songs inside of me, a person who accomplishes the tasks that are inside of me. I don't want the dreams to die in me. I'm not comfortable with that happening. So those are the thoughts that I have right now. I wish all the best to Robert Munsch. I wish all the best to his family, all the best to my friend and her family as well. But yeah, these are sobering reminders to me that I want my life to matter. I want my life to count. I want my life to go towards something important, something bigger than me. And I'm praying that I will live a life that is worth remembering. Yeah.